Fucking hell. Just stay stable. Just be stable, please. Just be fucking stable. But guys, we're back. It's late at night. It's like 11 at night, but we're back. We're talking about the Qatar event that's happening next week on the 28th. Yes. Qatar with Gib and Slib and, the rest of the card. King Kenny and Soap Happy, they're fighting. Deji, and I want to get into that because that's the main topic of this video right now because this is ridiculous and it needs to be called out. Like, it generally needs to be called out more because it's rarely ever called out and it needs to be called out. I've been saying this for years, but no one's ever believed me. No one's ever listened to me. So I'm gonna talk about it in this video. We're gonna get straight to it. I need to remove this thing because fucking hell, this thing's not stable enough. Let's have it. Just won't stay on the wall. Is that better? You just back up a bit. Whew, it's a bit stuffy now, but yeah. So Deji's fighting again on the undercard of Gib and Slim, but his opponent has been announced and it's sparked a lot of controversy. And finally, people are actually calling Deji out for this because I've been calling him out for years, but no one ever listens to me. Deji's fighting a guy who has, first of all, never won a fight, but second of all, has lost to the shittest guys ever. This guy lost to fucking Free Biden. Now, you don't know who Free Biden is. Free Biden lost to Slim by, if you remember that guy, Free Biden, the guy who lost to Slim by knockout on Social Knockout 2. Yeah, that guy. That guy lost to Slim by knockout, and that guy was able to knock out Dawood Savage. That's who Deji's fighting. No joke, that's who Deji's fighting. The guy who got knocked out by Slim on Social Knockout 2 knocked out Dawood Savage, and that's who Deji's fighting. He's fighting that guy who got knocked out by the guy who got knocked out by Slim. That's the guy he's fighting, and everyone's gonna... It's actually hilarious, guys. It's actually very hilarious. There's no way Deji's fighting this guy. There's absolutely no way this is happening, because the guy who... And not even just Freebie Dan, the guy, he got knocked out by Soap Happy in a round. He got knocked out by... Who else did he get knocked out by? Ben Williams in a round. He's been knocked out and he's lost every single fight he's had by KO. No, except from one fight which went to a decision, but he lost very convincingly. He is a bum. He's a straight up bum. No, he's not even a bum. He's so ass. He's worse than an amateur. No, straight up, he is worse than an amateur. That guy is Dawood Savage. He's worse than an amateur, and that is who Deji's fighting next week. My fucking stomach hurts a bit, but yeah, he's worse than an amateur. And that's who Deji's fighting next week. Now, I'm sorry, but Deji, you need to be called out because you are a bitch. You are a coward. And I've said this for years. Cherry picking on the guy who's never fought before. Well, he has, but cherry picking on the guy who's as bad as that. I mean, there's so many other choices. There's so many other options you could have picked. But you want to fight this guy? No, I'm sorry, but you're a bitch, mate. I'm sorry, but you are a bitch, mate, because that is a coward pussy move. Because how are you fighting this guy when there's so many other options you could have fought? B. Dave. Now, I don't even think B-Dave's that good of a guy. I don't think he's that good of an opponent for Deji even still. But, he's better than this guy, certainly. Even Pineda is better than this guy. Way better. Swarms is a tougher guy than this guy. Alex Wasabi obviously is tougher than this guy. No question. He's that bad that Alex Wasabi would knock him out. That's how bad he is. That Alex Wasabi, of all people, would knock him out. But that's crazy. But speaking of that fight, why has that fight not happened yet? Why has Deji not fought Alex Wasabi yet? It's the rematch that everyone's been waiting for. It's way better than him fighting Bryce Hall, who's who's 0-1 in boxing, and because he won a bare knuckle fight, that means he's gonna compete with Deji. No, he's not. Bryce Hall would not beat Deji. He wouldn't compete in any way with Deji. Yes, he won a BKFC fight, but that means fuck all, because it's not even like he was dominating that fight. He was actually pretty much losing that fight, but he got lucky because the guy tied out or something like that. He broke his arm or something. I think it was, yeah, was it because he tied out or something? I can't remember what it was, but I think it was either he tied out or he broke his ankle or broke his arm or something like that. But yeah, he broke his hand or something like that. But yeah, so everyone thinks, because he won against that guy, even though he was pretty much losing the whole fight before that happened, he can compete with Deji. He wouldn't. He would get outboxed and probably taken out because that's how bad he is. He'd get outboxed by Deji every single round, like how Deji did to Swarms, and he'd actually probably get taken out as well. But yeah. So that wouldn't happen. So for me, the most competitive fight for Deji right now is Alex Wasabi 2. Why isn't that fight not happening yet? I don't want to see Deji go fight B-Dave, Alex. I don't want to see Deji go fight someone like B-Dave and Bryce Hall, Pineda, because they're not going to give him a challenge. Alex Wasabi has been asking for that rematch. He won that fight, that first fight. He dominated that first fight. Why? Like, why wouldn't you? Why, like, Deji? Why don't you want to go get your revenge? Why don't you want to go prove yourself? Why do you want to keep fighting bums? I don't get it. How can you go from Floyd Mayweather? This guy went from Floyd Mayweather to this guy, a guy who's 0-5, 0-4, 0-5, terrible record, lost to other bums, like total like scrubs. This guy lost to, but in brutal fashion. Like Ben Williams is even a good boxer, and he battered this guy in a round. Freebie Dan got knocked out by Slim, and he battered this guy in a round, or I don't even know how. I don't even know. He battered this guy still. Soap Happy got knocked out by Slim, and he battered this guy in a round. I mean, this guy is not great, and this guy is gonna get knocked out. I think this guy will get knocked out. I don't think Deji's the most powerful guy. I mean, the guy couldn't even knock out Swarms for fuck's sake. Couldn't even knock out Swarms for fuck's sake. So I don't think he's the most powerful guy, but he definitely will kill. I do believe he will kill. I do believe he will knock this guy out, because this guy is so ass. Like, he's bad. Like, he's terrible. And again, I don't believe Deji's the most powerful guy. I mean, the guy couldn't knock out Swarms. I mean, Swarms had been boxing at that point, had been boxing for like less than a year, and only had one win against Ryan Taylor, which wasn't even really a win, because, I mean, yeah, it was technically a win, but like, he only won because he jabbed him in the face and he had to like, and he quit. Like, I don't believe Ryan Taylor was. I'm gonna say this right now. Ryan Taylor, he wasn't hurt. He didn't have anything wrong with his eyes. He just wanted to get that fight. I'm telling you, that's my theory. Theory? No, that's the truth actually. It's not even a theory. It's the truth. It's the absolute truth. Ryan Taylor did not want to fight that night. It's not because he broke his orbital or whatever. No, he did not want to fight that night. And it's very clear, because he's a pussy. He didn't want to fight that night. That's why he quit the fight in the first like 30 seconds. That's why. It's not because he broke anything like his eyeballs or anything. No, he did not want to fight that night. So Swarms have been boxing for less than a year, only beat Ryan Taylor, who quit and pussied out the fight. And it's like, yeah, literally. And Deji beat that guy. You couldn't even knock him out when he had been boxing for like 5-6 years at that point. So I don't believe Deji's the most powerful guy, but I do believe he will knock this guy on the round. I do believe he will knock him out relatively easily. No, really easily. And if he doesn't, if he in any way competes with this guy, if he in any way makes his fight a competitive fight, that's embarrassing for Deji. Like, if he makes his any way competitive, or or the worst thing of all, if he loses this fight to this guy, like if he loses to this guy, that's very embarrassing. That'll be very funny as well. Like, I'm gonna fucking laugh. I'm gonna laugh my ass off. I'm gonna fucking make a video the next day clowning on Deji, because I don't like Deji. I'm gonna clown him if he somehow loses this guy, which I don't believe will happen. I think he'll knock this guy out relatively easy in the first 2 rounds or less. Like, I do believe this will be an easy fight for Deji. He will knock this guy on in 2 rounds or less. It won't be competitive. It won't be competitive at all. I believe that, but it should be like that. And if it's in any way competitive, or Deji, worst case scenario, like a very worst case scenario, he loses, that's embarrassing, and he will be disgraced to boxing. He should just quit at that point, because there's no point coming back if you're going to lose to someone like that. Like, losing to someone like that is embarrassing, and you should just quit at that point. So yeah, but I expect Deji to knock him out in the first 1 or 2 rounds. I believe it will either be round 1, round 2. But it can't be any longer than that, and it can't be in any way a competitive fight. If it's in any way competitive, if this guy's actually giving Deji trouble, like if he somehow gets to the later rounds, he's giving Deji trouble, that's embarrassing, because that's very embarrassing. It just shows that you're not as good as everyone thinks you are. Like, you're ass. So I don't believe Deji's that good of a boxer. He's so overrated. Everyone says he's the most skilled boxer. He's not the most skilled boxer. I've seen him box. He's average. I think Slim kills him. I think Gib kills him. I think Gib is far more skilled. Like, hot take. I think it's not even a hot take. I think Gib is far more skilled than Deji. I think Slim is not his same level, but I think Slim, just with his reach, his height, and his power, I think he's way more powerful than Deji. That's a fact. He's way more powerful than Deji. I mean, look at the record. He's knocked out way more people. And he's won more fights. I believe he'll knock Deji out in a fight, in my opinion, because I just think his reach and his height will just cause Deji problems. We all know how Deji, performs when someone's, coming back at him with their, reach and stuff like that. But yeah, I've been recording for 9 minutes. What the fuck? But yeah, it's an embarrassment if like, literally, like, honestly. But Deji is not that great. Like, I'm gonna say this right now. He is the most overrated influencer boxer of all time. Like, everyone says he's the most skilled boxer and he can compete with Jake Paul. He would not compete with Jake Paul. If him and Jake Paul fought today, he would get knocked out in the first like minute. Like, he wouldn't survive at all. At all. I think even Ryan Borland and Andre August would give him trouble. No, I think they beat him. Honestly, I do think they beat him, because that's how bad he is. Like, he's not great. He's below novice level. He's an amateur. He is an amateur boxer. He's not a pro boxer. He's not a novice. He's not a prospect. He's none of that. He's an amateur boxer. He's an amateur with amateur skills. He is on the level of an amateur. He's an amateur. That's what he is. He's an amateur boxer. He's not a novice. He's not a prospect or anything. He's not a world champion. He's none of that. He's definitely not a world champion. But like, he's not even a prospect. He's not even a novice. He's not even a novice. He's not even a novice. He is he's an amateur, having amateur-ish fights. This is an amateur fight. This is not a pro fight. If they count this as a pro fight, I'll be pissed, because this should not be counted as a pro fight at all. At all. This is a joke of a fight. It should not be counted as a pro fight in any way. But yeah, they probably will. But yeah, they'll promote it as a pro fight, but it's not a pro fight. It's a joke fight. That's what it is. It's not a pro fight. It's a joke fight. Literally, oh my, the tablet's gonna fall. But yeah, but it's just a joke, man. Because Deji talks so much shit. I mean, there was one time where he said he could beat Manny Pacquiao, and he was being dead ass about it. Like, he said, "Oh, if I beat Swarms up and I knock him out or whatever." I think that's what he said. Yeah. So if you guys don't know, and you probably won't know this, but this is pretty irrelevant. Not many people really talk about this, because they always count on Jake Paul for saying I could beat Canelo Alvarez and all this stuff. Which, yeah, he's delusional for saying that. But like, Deji, just last year in 2023, I remember this very, 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 very vividly, said that he could beat Manny Pacquiao and Jake Paul, and the Manny Pacquiao one. Like, the Manny Pacquiao one, he said that, and he actually looked like he meant it. Like, he actually looked like he believed that he could compete with Manny Pacquiao in any way, which is not going to happen in any way. He would not compete with Manny. He would get absolutely destroyed by Manny Pacquiao. Now, if you guys know, Manny Pacquiao is one of my favorite boxers. He's my favorite boxer. He's my number one, just right above Mike Tyson. But yeah, he's my first favorite. I'm not making sense right now, but he's my favorite boxer of all time. But yeah. And Deji in an interview last year said that he could beat. This was before he fought Swarms. He said he generally said that he could compete with Manny Pacquiao in an interview before he fought Swarms. He said that he could compete with Manny Pacquiao, which is delusional. He would not in any way compete with Manny Pacquiao. He would not beat Manny Pacquiao. He'd get absolutely destroyed. Even at Manny Pacquiao's old age of like 50 or whatever, how old he is now. But no matter how old he is, he would absolutely destroy anyone. He would destroy any YouTuber, any novice boxer. He'd destroy any of them. He's still a world champion. He's still, great. Like, he's been out the sport for a while now. He's been out the sport for 3 years now, but he still would kill a lot of these, kill a lot of people, in my opinion, even at his old age. I think he still beats a lot of people, in my opinion. Obviously not, top prospects, or, I do believe they'll beat him, but, I'm talking about, novices, he'd kill them still. Even at his old age, he'd kill them. He would kill novices like Jake Paul. He'd kill novices like Deji. Deji's not a novice, he's an amateur. He'd definitely kill Deji. He'd kill every single YouTuber, obviously. He's still got it in him. But yeah. But anyways, guys, I've been rambling for way too long. But this is just a video clowning on Deji because I don't like Deji. But yeah, Deji, if you're watching this, you're probably not, because you don't know who the fuck I am. I'm a nobody to him. But yeah. But let's just say, if you are watching this, you are a bitch. You are a bitch for taking a fight like this. Why are you fighting Dawood Sabi? Why are you fighting this guy? What the fuck? So you think this is going to get you to Jake Paul? You think this is going to get you to Manny Pacquiao? Because you genuinely said, in your own words, before you fought Swarms, you were saying shit like, I could beat Manny Pacquiao, or I could compete with Manny Pacquiao because I fought Floyd Mayweather. So if I could compete with Floyd Mayweather, I could compete with Manny Pacquiao. That dumbass shit that you said a year ago. You thought that, because I went 6 rounds with Floyd Mayweather, I could compete with Manny Pacquiao, even though he basically let me survive the 6 rounds. And if any other boxer, world champion, was actually going hard on me, they'd knock me out in the first 30 seconds. Because that would actually be the case. If Deji fought, people need to understand this. I'm sorry, I was going to end the video, but yeah. Deji got lucky in that Floyd Mayweather fight. Floyd Mayweather, if he really wanted to, could have easily knocked Deji out in the first, minutes, 2 rounds, 1 round. He could have easily knocked him out if he really wanted to. But he didn't. He wanted to make it a show, and Deji got lucky. Deji got lucky, because if he wasn't having a good day that day, if Floyd Mayweather wasn't having a good day that day, and he wanted to just fuck Deji up, he definitely would have, if he really wanted to. If he really wanted to, he definitely would have fucked Deji up badly. So Deji got very lucky in that fight. He got very lucky in that fight. So yeah. But guys, I've been rambling for way too long. I just wanted to just clown on Deji because I don't like Deji. I generally just don't like Deji. But yeah, this is just a video of me clowning on Deji because I don't like him. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a Saturday night and it's late at night. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And peace out. I'm out of it. I've been shooting up a video for way too long.